Ladies and gentlemen, the world is full of opportunities that are open to anyone who is willing to take them. Yet, as we look around, we notice that only a small minority of individuals, just 2%, seem to truly succeed. They stand out not because of luck or birthright, but because they have mastered certain principles that most others never learn. But why is it that 98% of people never reach that same level of achievement? Desire and determination are the bedrock upon which all great achievements are built. These two forces are inseparable, for it is desire that lights the fire within, while determination fuels the persistence necessary to carry that flame forward in the face of adversity. When we talk about success, it's often easy to focus on external factors, talent, education, connections, or even luck. Yet time and again, it is the internal forces of desire and determination that make all the difference in the world. Desire is the initial spark. It is that feeling of longing, of wanting something so badly that the very thought of it propels you into action. Without desire, there is no motivation to begin. Desire is not merely a wish or a passing fancy. It is an intense, all-consuming longing to achieve a goal. It's the powerful energy that keeps you up at night, planning and visualizing your future success. This burning passion is what gives you the strength to endure the inevitable challenges and obstacles that come your way. People who achieve greatness are not simply interested in their goals, they are obsessed with them. Their desire becomes a driving force that is impossible to ignore. However, desire alone is not enough. Desire, when left unchecked, can easily fade or become a passing whim. This is where determination enters the picture. Determination is the unwavering commitment to see things through, no matter the cost. It is the inner resolve to keep going when the world tells you to stop. Determination does not waver when faced with failure. In fact, it is during failure that true determination is tested. The most successful individuals are not those who have never faced setbacks, but those who have faced multiple failures and continued pressing forward despite them. Determination is the ability to stay focused on your goal and take deliberate action, even when the path seems unclear or fraught with difficulty. While desire ignites the initial drive, determination ensures that this drive doesn't burn out. It allows you to develop a plan, stick to it, and make consistent progress regardless of the challenges. The most successful people are the ones who turn their desire into action and their determination into momentum. They understand that success is not an overnight event, but a series of incremental steps, each one building upon the last. They think about the stories of great achievers throughout history, whether they are entrepreneurs, inventors, artists, or athletes. Their success is rarely due to a singular moment of brilliance. It's more often the result of a sustained period of effort and resilience, a constant pushing forward, even when success seemed distant. These individuals did not give up at the first sign of difficulty. Instead, they learned to adapt and pivot. The desire to succeed remained the guiding light, while determination provided the endurance to continue day in and day out in pursuit of their dream. Desire and determination are not traits that are reserved for a select few. They are qualities that anyone can cultivate, regardless of background or circumstance. What separates the successful from the unsuccessful is the willingness to act upon this inner fire, to relentlessly pursue a goal with unwavering resolve. Definiteness of purpose is one of the most powerful principles that can transform your life from ordinary to extraordinary. It is the clear understanding of what you want to achieve, coupled with the unshakable commitment to pursue that goal with focused intent. This principle, simple yet profound, is the foundation upon which all successful individuals build their achievements. Without a definite purpose, you are like a ship adrift at sea, without a destination, subject to the whims of external forces. With it, you become a force to be reckoned with, directing your energy and actions toward a singular, meaningful goal. When you have definiteness of purpose, every thought, every action, and every decision aligns with the goal you are pursuing. There is no confusion about your direction. Your focus is razor sharp. People who are successful have a profound understanding of their purpose in life. They have a clear vision of where they want to go, and they take deliberate, consistent steps toward reaching that destination. Success doesn't happen by accident, nor does it come to those who wander aimlessly through life, hoping that circumstances will fall into place. It is the result of knowing what you want and dedicating yourself to achieving it. The importance of definiteness of purpose is evident when you consider the alternative, a life lived without a clear sense of direction. Without a specific purpose, one can easily become distracted by the noise and chaos of life, pulled in different directions by fleeting desires or external pressures. The absence of focus leads to wasted time and energy. People may try many things, chase different dreams, and entertain multiple ideas, but without a core purpose guiding their actions, none of these pursuits will bring fulfillment or lasting success. Having a definite purpose provides clarity. It helps you set clear, actionable goals and creates a roadmap for your journey. When you know where you're headed, obstacles and setbacks become mere detours rather than roadblocks. The successful are able to navigate challenges with confidence because they are not distracted by temporary failures or diversions. They understand that these are simply part of the process. Their purpose serves as their North Star, providing guidance through turbulent times. Definiteness of purpose also fuels motivation and persistence. When you are clear on what you want and why you want it, you are less likely to give up when faced with adversity. The drive to succeed becomes intrinsic, not dependent on external circumstances or rewards. The purpose itself becomes the reward, and the journey toward it, no matter how long or difficult, becomes a source of continual motivation. Moreover, having a definite purpose attracts opportunities. It's as if the universe responds to your clear intentions by aligning circumstances in your favor. People who have a strong sense of purpose naturally attract like-minded individuals who can support and help them. They also develop the resilience to seize opportunities and overcome challenges because they know that every action, no matter how small, brings them closer to fulfilling their goal. Definiteness of purpose is not something that can be handed to you. It must come from within. It requires introspection, self-awareness, and a deep understanding of your values and passions. Once you discover your purpose, you must commit to it wholeheartedly, blocking out distractions and aligning your actions with your vision. Belief in oneself is the cornerstone of all success. It is the unwavering confidence in your own abilities, the trust that you can navigate through challenges, and the inner strength to pursue your dreams with conviction. Without self-belief, even the most talented individuals are likely to falter, for the mind is the starting point of all achievements. It is belief in yourself that transforms ordinary potential into extraordinary outcomes. When you have genuine faith in your own capabilities, the world around you begins to respond differently as you take ownership of your actions and decisions with a sense of purpose and confidence. At its core, self-belief is the understanding that you are worthy of success and capable of achieving it. This belief does not come from external validation or approval. It comes from an internal recognition of your unique talents, skills, and potential. It is knowing deep within that you have what it takes to overcome any challenge that may arise, and that failure is not a permanent setback, but a stepping stone toward greater success. Without this deep, unwavering belief, people are likely to second-guess their abilities, hesitate in the face of opportunity, and shy away from challenges that could lead to growth. Self-belief is a powerful force because it shapes your perception of yourself and the world. When you believe in yourself, you approach life with a mindset of abundance rather than scarcity. You view obstacles as opportunities to learn and grow rather than insurmountable barriers. This positive mindset, rooted in self-confidence, naturally attracts success. When you exude belief in your own abilities, others take notice. People are drawn to individuals who are confident and assured because they radiate a sense of capability and purpose. This confidence breeds respect, support, and opportunity. Moreover, belief in oneself fuels perseverance. The road to success is often long and fraught with difficulties. It is easy to feel discouraged when setbacks arise, when things don't go as planned or when others question your path. However, it is your belief in yourself that keeps you going during these moments of doubt. When you trust in your abilities, failure becomes just another part of the process. The successful individual doesn't see failure as a reflection of their worth, but as a necessary lesson. They understand that setbacks are temporary, and their belief in their potential keeps them on course toward their ultimate goal. Belief in oneself also promotes resilience. Life is unpredictable and challenges will inevitably appear. However, when you have confidence in your abilities, you do not allow temporary defeats to define you. Instead, you bounce back, adapt, and continue moving forward. The difference between those who succeed and those who don't often comes down to this very trait, resilience rooted in self-belief. It is not the absence of failure, but the ability to keep going in the face of it that distinguishes high achievers from the rest. Furthermore, self-belief leads to self-reliance. When you trust in your abilities, you are more likely to take initiative and make decisions based on your inner guidance, rather than waiting for others to tell you what to do. This independence fosters a sense of empowerment. You begin to see yourself as the creator of your own destiny, capable of taking charge and crafting your future according to your own vision and desires. The foundation of self-belief is built through a combination of past experiences, positive reinforcement, and a commitment to self-improvement. When you accomplish something, no matter how small, it reinforces your belief in your capabilities. Over time, these successes compound, helping you to see yourself as a person who can achieve whatever they set their mind to. But self-belief is not static. It must be nurtured continuously. It requires regular affirmation of your worth and your potential. It requires pushing past doubts, silencing your inner critic, and stepping out of your comfort zone to prove to yourself that you can do it. Self-discipline is the silent force behind every achievement. It is the ability to control your emotions, behavior, and actions in the face of temptations and impulses, and to stay focused on long-term goals. Mastering self-discipline is essential for success because it provides the framework for consistently taking the necessary actions to reach your desired outcomes. While talent, intelligence, and opportunities are important, it is often the individual's ability to maintain focus and persist through difficulties that determines whether they will succeed or not. It's the difference between wishing for something and actively working towards it, day after day. At the heart of self-discipline is the ability to delay gratification. In a world where instant rewards and distractions are abundant, mastering the art of self-discipline means choosing long-term satisfaction over short-term pleasures. This can mean foregoing immediate comforts like watching TV or socializing to put in the hard work necessary for personal growth. It requires making sacrifices today to ensure a better tomorrow. People with strong self-discipline can stay focused on their long-term vision and remain committed to their goals, even when the temptation to deviate from their path is strong. Self-discipline is also deeply linked to the power of habit. Every action you take, whether positive or negative, becomes ingrained over time, forming a pattern. Successful individuals understand that to achieve their desired outcomes, they must create a series of productive habits that align with their goals. This might involve waking up early, exercising, reading, setting priorities, and sticking to a structured routine. Each small act of discipline contributes to a larger success story. The key is consistency. Mastering self-discipline isn't about extreme bursts of effort followed by periods of inactivity. It's about showing up every day, even when motivation wanes, and continuing to perform the tasks that move you toward your objective. One of the biggest challenges in mastering self-discipline is dealing with distractions. In today's fast-paced world, distractions come in many forms: social media, unnecessary tasks, negative influences, or even self-doubt. To maintain discipline, it is essential to manage these distractions effectively. Self-disciplined individuals are proactive in controlling their environment to minimize interruptions. They may set specific times for work, eliminate temptations, and create spaces that support their focus. By doing so, they create an environment that promotes productivity, enabling them to stay on track with their goals. Another critical component of self-discipline is the ability to make decisions that support your long-term well-being. This means making conscious choices rather than being driven by impulses or external pressures. A self-disciplined person doesn't allow themselves to be swayed by every whim or distraction that comes their way. They make decisions based on what will serve their highest interests in the future. For example, they might choose to spend time learning a new skill instead of indulging in immediate pleasures, or they might prioritize their health by eating well and exercising regularly rather than giving in to unhealthy habits. Every decision becomes a reflection of their commitment to their goals. Self-discipline also involves mental fortitude. It requires the strength to push through moments of discomfort, uncertainty, and even fear. It's about doing what needs to be done, even when you don't feel like it. This mental toughness comes from cultivating an inner mindset of resilience. The most self-disciplined individuals understand that there will be times when their energy and motivation wane. During these moments, they dig deep into their core values and purpose to reignite their drive and continue their work. The ability to stay committed in the face of obstacles is often what separates those who achieve their goals from those who give up prematurely. Finally, mastering self-discipline is not about perfection, it's about progress. Everyone faces setbacks, lapses in focus, or moments of weakness. What defines self-discipline is the ability to learn from these mistakes, adjust your course, and keep moving forward. Self-discipline is a continual practice, not a one-time achievement. It's about becoming better each day, refining your approach, and building habits that serve your goals. The power of association is a principle that cannot be overstated when it comes to personal and professional success. The people you surround yourself with, your circle of friends, colleagues, mentors, and even those you spend time with casually have a profound influence on your mindset, your habits, and ultimately your results in life. The concept that you are the average of the 5 people you spend the most time with is not merely a catchy saying. It is a truth rooted in the psychological and emotional dynamics of human interaction. Our associations shape us, either lifting us to higher heights or holding us back from achieving our full potential. At the core of this principle is the idea that energy and attitudes are contagious. The individuals in your circle, consciously or unconsciously, will affect how you think, how you approach challenges, and even how you view the world. If you are constantly around people who are negative, who lack ambition, or who are complacent, their mindset and behaviors will gradually begin to influence yours. Conversely, when you spend time with individuals who are driven, positive, and focused on growth, their energy and attitudes will inspire you to adopt similar traits. The power of association is the power of influence, either for your success or for your stagnation. The most successful people understand the importance of carefully selecting the individuals they associate with. They seek out those who will challenge them to think bigger, act bolder, and push beyond their limits. This doesn't mean they reject everyone who isn't successful by conventional standards, but they intentionally build a network of people who are supportive, constructive, and aligned with their goals. This kind of association fosters a sense of accountability and motivation. The right people will push you when you need it, offer constructive feedback when necessary, and celebrate your successes, ensuring that you never feel alone in your journey. Additionally, the power of association extends beyond personal relationships into the realms of learning and growth. When you surround yourself with individuals who have expertise in areas that you want to grow, you are tapping into a wealth of knowledge and experience. Learning from others who have walked the path you aspire to walk accelerates your own growth. A mentor or a peer group can help you avoid pitfalls, expand your perspective, and expose you to ideas and strategies that you might never have encountered on your own. This access to expertise and diverse viewpoints sharpens your own thinking, enriches your decision-making, and helps you avoid the costly mistakes that can derail progress. The influence of association also plays a key role in shaping your habits. Habits are often formed through repetition and imitation, and much of this occurs subconsciously. If you are constantly around individuals who prioritize health, for instance, you are more likely to adopt similar habits such as regular exercise or healthy eating. On the other hand, if you are surrounded by those who indulge in unhealthy behaviors, you might find yourself gradually adopting those same patterns. This subtle influence is not limited to physical habits. It extends to mental habits as well. If you associate with people who focus on solutions, positive thinking, and continuous improvement, you are far more likely to adopt these same mental habits, which will keep you moving forward toward your goals. Finally, the power of association is integral to your emotional and psychological resilience. Life's challenges can sometimes feel overwhelming, and during such times, your associations become the support system that helps you persevere. A network of people who uplift, encourage, and motivate you can provide the emotional strength needed to face adversity. When you are surrounded by those who share a similar vision for success, they act as anchors, reminding you of your capabilities and encouraging you to stay the course. Their belief in you can bolster your own belief in yourself, helping you overcome self-doubt and uncertainty. Ultimately, the power of association is not about avoiding the wrong people, but about being intentional with the individuals you choose to engage with. Your environment, your circle, your associations, they are all part of the formula that either propels you forward or holds you back. By surrounding yourself with those who inspire, challenge, and elevate you, you create a foundation for growth, resilience, and success. Failure is often viewed as the ultimate setback, a final destination where dreams end and efforts are in vain. Yet, the most successful individuals in history understand a crucial truth. Failure is not an endpoint, but a stepping stone toward success. Instead of seeing failure as something to fear or avoid, they embrace it as feedback, an invaluable source of learning and growth. Embracing failure as feedback transforms the way we perceive setbacks and equips us with the resilience and insight necessary to continue pursuing our goals with renewed clarity and strength. At its core, failure is an opportunity for feedback. Each failure offers information about what works, what doesn't, and where adjustments need to be made. When we fail, it is not a reflection of our worth or abilities, but a signal that there is something to be learned. Rather than allowing disappointment or frustration to take control, individuals who succeed take a step back and analyze the situation. They ask themselves questions like, what can I learn from this experience? Or what adjustments can I make to improve? This mindset shift allows failure to become a tool for improvement rather than a barrier to success. The key to embracing failure as feedback lies in the willingness to detach one's self-worth from the outcome. Many people view failure as a personal defeat, something that diminishes their value or competence. However, this perception can be paralyzing. If we identify too strongly with the failure itself, we risk internalizing it as a reflection of who we are. In contrast, successful individuals separate their identity from their efforts. They understand that failure is simply an event, not an indication of their personal worth. It is a process that everyone goes through, no matter how talented or capable they are. By viewing failure objectively, it becomes easier to extract the lessons it offers without becoming emotionally bogged down. Moreover, embracing failure as feedback involves developing resilience and perseverance. Failure, by nature, is uncomfortable. It forces us to confront our weaknesses, challenge our assumptions, and question our approach. But instead of being discouraged, resilient individuals use these moments as opportunities to build their mental fortitude. They become stronger and more adaptable in the face of adversity. Each failure they encounter adds to their resilience, reinforcing the understanding that success is often achieved by those who persist through difficulties. It is not the absence of failure, but the ability to rise from it that differentiates the successful from the unsuccessful. Failure also encourages innovation. When something doesn't work as planned, it forces us to reconsider our methods and think creatively about solutions. Many of the greatest inventions and breakthroughs in history were born from failure. Thomas Edison's numerous failed attempts before inventing the light bulb, for example, were not seen by him as a series of defeats, but as valuable steps toward the right answer. Each failed attempt brought him closer to understanding what would work. When we embrace failure's feedback, we open ourselves to new possibilities and innovations that we might not have considered had everything gone according to plan. In addition, failure teaches humility and self-awareness. It shows us where we need to grow and where our knowledge or skills might be lacking. This self-awareness is crucial because it encourages continual learning and improvement. Rather than becoming complacent or overly confident, failure keeps us grounded, reminding us that there is always room for growth. It sharpens our ability to evaluate our actions, refine our strategies, and adjust our mindset. The process of embracing failure as feedback is also linked to developing a growth mindset. People with a growth mindset see their abilities and intelligence as qualities that can be developed through effort, learning, and persistence. They view challenges and failures as opportunities for growth rather than as signs of inadequacy. This mindset fosters a deeper commitment to improvement, allowing them to bounce back from setbacks with greater enthusiasm and determination. In contrast, individuals with a fixed mindset may see failure as evidence that they are not capable, and therefore they may give up or avoid taking risks in the future. In essence, embracing failure as feedback is about transforming a negative experience into a positive force for change. It's about reframing setbacks, seeing them as part of the learning process, and using them as catalysts for future success. By doing so, we cultivate resilience, adaptability, and an ongoing drive to learn, all of which are essential ingredients for achieving long-term goals. In conclusion, the path to success is built on a foundation of key principles: desire and determination, definiteness of purpose, belief in oneself, self-discipline, the power of association, and embracing failure as feedback. These elements work together to shape individuals who are not only focused and resilient, but also open to growth and learning. By adopting these principles, one can overcome obstacles, push through challenges, and stay committed to their goals. Ultimately, success is not reserved for a select few, but for those who relentlessly pursue their purpose, remain disciplined, and view setbacks as opportunities for growth.